Hello, everybody. Edgar Eddie Fernandez. You're the founder of Sufficient Limited and the creator of the Experiential Knowledge Solutions that helps the manufacturing industry to reduce your recordable incident rate below zero point 0.5 by optimizing and understanding the ideas of experiences and skills of your employees and workers. Well, today we continue with other three questions or two of the chemical safety board regarding non-combustible powders. And actually, I'm reading those ones here. So the yesterday we answered four. So you can find those videos on here on my Facebook channel or on the YouTube channel on LinkedIn as well. The same with the Sufficient LinkedIn page. You can find the podcast, and the same as Sufficient Limited in SoundCloud and iTunes as well. Well, let's go. So the next question is, if companies' facilities needs to use a separate of different approaches in order to comply with both sanitation standards for products quality or food safety and those associated with those explosion prevention, then how you determine what takes priority, and is the guidance clear? Excellent question. Excellent question. And let me tell you why. According to my experience, this is my experience, and I have seen in many years, and talking and actually, for example, talking with people, and if you see, let me put you this clear: if you see the FDA that governs the food industry and the pharmaceutical industry as well, there is one thing in common of the forms 483, that is a non-conformance issues. And I have actually have it on my previous videos. On those two industries, the main, you analyze the forms 483, the non-conformances in 1 month. So you can go to FDA, the FDA web page, and look for the results of the audits. And out 85%, because I count them, 85% of the non-conformances, the root cause is corrective actions and preventive actions, called CAPAs. And also, because most of those companies, they stop on CA, on the corrective actions, but they don't see the whole system to prevent the same occurrence in other processes that call the preventive action, is when they stop. And also, they are having the same recurrences every time. So I would say now you have CAPAs, you have your quality system, right? But you put it on the shelf, or you put it on the cabinet as a file, right? The file cabinet, and you don't analyze the data. And you see that, and you see the statistics of incidents. There is a correlation. So, what is the right approach here? To eliminate what comes first. Is sanitation standards, product quality, safety. There is the same debate all the time. So you can do it in one way. So you have your qualification system, and you need to include safety, process safety. So you need to hazard and risk assess your sanitation system or procedures, your product quality as well. Your manufacturing process. When combustible powders or combustible dust are involved. So that's the thing that you should do. So to do the safety at the same time, or include it on the process of the qualification, that's one approach. The second approach is management of change. So in you go to the quality side of the pharmaceutical or the food industry. In this case, that is my experience. So when you change something, or you insert something new, You need to go to the qualification process. Equipment qualifications, installation qualification, equipment qualifications depends on what you are changing, right? So on the change or management of change, obviously it's coming from safety, but you can include the same. You can use the same process of the qualification. You need to go to a control change. They call it on the FDA or the food of the pharmaceutical industry on the quality side, control change or change control. Sorry, change control. Well, on the change control, insert the elements of the change, the management of change of process safety, and that you're gonna eliminate the debate of what's coming first. That's the right approach to do it. The guidance is clear. The problem is not the guidance. The problem is you have two guidance or three or four, and then it's always a debate who's coming first. So remember, and here you need to apply management principles. So pretty much you need to manage the four aspects at the same time, and that's it. That's the only thing that you need to do. It's not complicated. It's not take more time. Actually, it's more efficient and more effective, and you can follow action items more effective, more efficient, and that's the way that I recommended to do it, to avoid this hierarchy to prioritize activities and initiatives as well. So so you need to include on the change control elements of the management of change of process safety. Every time there is a qualification, insert elements of the process safety to review process hazard analysis, to review or update process safety information, to review or update mechanical integrity manuals. That's the thing that I'm seeing works in both industries. The chemical industry, well, I forgot it. That's the three of them that I know. What happens if you don't have? If you are in these three industries, I would say the same. So you are another type of industry and you need to clean and remove dust from your equipment. On your process hazard analysis needs to, or at least on the hazard risk assessment, cleaning procedures, they need to be assessed before putting in place to determine and identify the risk and the hazards and the risks and how you're going to mitigate them to make them residual risk. Okay, second question. How should the effectiveness of housekeeping be measured? What methods work best? Example, cleaning methods, staffing schedules. Well, this is a combination of many I would say initiatives, and how you measure the effectiveness. It's very simple. On the inspection program, like I said yesterday, you paint your rails with a different color and you inspect them. You cannot see the color. It's time to clean. How often you need to do it is something that you're gonna determine. It's per manufacturing process. It's not something that is regulated by the NFPA or by the or by OSHA, or here in Canada by the Minister of Labor of each province. It's something that really is a visual. And once you determine the frequency, measure the frequency. So on your maintenance, insert that inspection program on the maintenance, on the SIP, for example. And then the SIP is going to emit, or is going to create work orders every 3 months or every 2 months, every 1 month, or every 15 days, I don't know. And then once you go and perform the inspection, you close the work order, and these systems, SIP or RRP, they're gonna create KPIs, and now the maintenance manager can see how effective has been the maintenance programs in that period of time. So that's the thing, and put it in a KPI for process safety. Staffing, the same of the training, right? You can include that. Actually, one of the things that I learned from one of the companies that I was working, it's put all your programs. And actually, when I started working there, it was already established So upon all your training programs, cleaning programs, inspection programs, right, safety, all that stuff, on the on your SAP system, and that you wanna make sure that everything is follow as according to schedule. Staffing, so you're gonna determine who is gonna do that in a procedure, and the schedules as well. Cleaning methods, excellent. The NFPA 654 actually mentioned cleaning methods to remove combustible powders from unreachable areas and reachable areas as well. And describes sometimes there are scenarios that you need to blow out powder because there is in a corner and you cannot remove that, and you need to remove it. So it's explained how to do it, and the procedure on how you need to follow before doing that type of dangerous operation, hazardous operation. Sorry, and it's described on the NFPA 654. Hire a specialized contractor to do that. There are on the market many, some of them, to clean your workplaces, your stations or your machinery. You need to acquire, if necessary, rated vacuums, and there are companies the same outside that all the cleaning tools and equipment is rated for combustible dust or combustible powders. So that's the thing, and actually that cleaning part and schedule and the cleaning part needs to be one of note of the process hazard analysis, needs to be part of the process safety information, and the equipment needs to go to the mechanical integrity model under the cleaning section as well. So that's the thing that I'm recommended to do. As equipment is used and aged, it requires mechanical integrity to maintain a safe and efficient operability. How does inspection, maintenance, and overall mechanical integrity efforts plays a role in a dust accumulation? And how are organizations minimizing such contribution in the workplace? On these questions, I think it is influenced a lot and can minimize. So when the equipment ages and you have dust accumulation, the same, you need to now here you need to get information from manufacturers, and so for example, we'll say what happens if a pipe has corrosion and goes and then you transport their pellets, and those pellets they generate combustible powders. What's going to happen? It's something that you need to determine through a process hazard analysis, and you can find the answer talking with the manufacturer or talking with experts on combustible powders as well. I can help you with that as well. Mechanical integrity, you need to have a mechanical integrity program as well. The same as you have it for flammable liquids, it's the same you need to have it for combustible powders. So you need to be checking your equipment, inspecting your equipment to minimize this dust accumulation. To checking if the dust accumulation is affecting this, and it's depending of the property of the combustible dust. Not only you measure you do the combustible dust analysis, only you need to see the chemical properties as well, of it reacted with something else, with the materials that you have on your equipment as well. That's the thing I would do. So that's the 3 questions that I want to answer for now from this video. There are the 3 questions, and there are coming more. There are 4 more questions that I will answer on the next video. But this is the answer that I could provide for these 3 questions. And on housekeeping, pretty much there are housekeeping. These 3 questions are housekeeping and maintenance and mechanical integrity, but the first 2 they are cleaning, and that's the way that I'm gonna in my experience I have eliminated discrepancies of what is first and how we need to do and how we need to schedule and what is the importance to do that. Pretty much these three questions englobe all of these. Thank you very much. Drop a comment on the comment section if you need some question that you want to clarify or you want to know more information. Don't hesitate to that. On my social media and Facebook, on YouTube and LinkedIn, you can find my email address and shoot me an email, and for sure we can have a conversation, and I'm willing to help you. Thank you very much. Have an excellent night. Bye.